After the completion of 5 overs, after the completion of 5 overs, Knight's score is 16 runs at a loss of 4 wickets, and we are starting off the sixth over. Vinayak, the new bowler into the attack. He's played straight. The fielder there, just over the boundary line, so that would be a maximum. A full delivery, the batter just onto his knees and played it straight down. That was a maximum to start off the over from the T.S.L bat. Vinayak did give the flight onto that first one, and it was a much fuller delivery. He just bent on his knees and played it straight down the ground for a biggie. So the six runs of the first ball, Vinayak with his second ball, or this time much better delivery, much better line, forced him to play that one onto the back foot. Third delivery, again making good use of crease, just going backward and just opening the face there. Another dot delivery, just not giving any chance there for the batter after getting hit for that six on a very first ball. Oh, went in for the another big one, and that would be a play and a miss. A huge gap there between the bat and the ball. It was very close to stump. Could have been a chance there. A bye signal there by the umpire. So 7 runs of the first four. Quite a good over it has been after getting conceded concede six on the very first ball. Vinayak with the fifth ball. Oh, played it late. Another dot delivery. So 6 runs so far, 7 runs so far in this over with the ball to go. Anuj on strike is yet to open his account. Vinayak, last ball to Anuj. But that's a really good delivery. Another dot ball. So after the completion of 6 overs, Anonymous Knight's score is 23 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Raj back into the attack. His bowling his fourth over has given 13 runs and have picked 2 wickets. He has bowled really well. Just a single off that first ball. Anuj back on strike. He's yet to open the account. He's played 6 balls. Raj to Anuj. First ball. An excellent delivery. Another dot ball. 13 runs in in 3 overs. He's bowling his fourth over. Bowling the third ball now straight. High. That's a catch call, but that will go all the way for a six. What a way to open the account. It took his time to open the account, but what a way to open the account. A much full delivery. He just picks up a beautifully to put that over in the long on for a biggie. So Anuj is off the mark with a six. Raj to bowl the fourth ball. Gets that edge just a single. 8 runs in the first 4 balls. Still 2 more deliveries left. Faisal back on strike. He's playing on 12 of 8. Who played it towards the point. A good fielding there. And that will be a dot ball. Oh, that's a play and a miss. So a dot ball to end the over. So after the completion of 7 overs, anonymous Knights score is 31 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Mukesh is back into the attack for his third over. 2 runs conceded of 2 balls. Played it towards the point. Another dot ball. Oh, he swept that one. There's a lot of confusion between the players, but in the end, the umpire said not up. Mukesh with the fifth ball. Played it towards the offside. That will be just a single. Just 3 runs coming off the first five. Still a ball left. It's turning out to be a really good over. Mukesh to bowl the last ball. Plays it late. Cuts it through the point, and that will be an over. So after the completion of 8 overs, anonymous night score is 34 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Mayank, the new bowler, introduced just a single of the first ball and a dot ball. Mang to bowl the third ball. That's a good delivery. Straight into that block hole. He played it straight towards the long on, just a single. Anuj playing on 11 runs of 15 and Faisal playing on 13 of 13. Mayank with the fourth ball. Slightly outside of it been driven and that will be just a single. Mayank with the fifth ball slashes it straight towards the long off. Just a single. Mayank to bowl the last ball. That's straight and full. And that will be in the gap and that will be a boundary to end the over. What a fantastic boundary that was just opening the face of the bat. It was a full toss delivery. Time to bowl that Yorker one. Gets a full toss. He slashes that between the point and the short third man and that will be a boundary to end the over. So after the completion of 9 overs, Anonymous Knights score is 42 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. 11 runs of the first four. It's already turning out to be a very, very expensive over. Mayank with the fifth ball. That's a really good delivery. It did follow batter on that occasion as the batter was just sliding down and he just bowled that into his leg. So just a run, and that brings Faisal back on strike. Mayank to bowl the last ball. Quite an expensive over this is. Oh, he slashes that one towards the cover, beats the fielder. It goes to the extra cover, and that will be just a single to win the over. So after the completion of 11 overs, Anonymous Knight score is 56 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Deva Munde, the new bowler, into the attack for Arbuda boys. Faisal on strike, he scored 17 of 17 balls. Deva comes to bowl the first ball. He steps out, and that's straight into the hands of the point fielder. An excellent catch there. He might have hurt him as well. His hold onto his ankle, but what a catch was that! An excellent catch. He's looking in some trouble now. We'll have a look at it again. Steps out, makes room. That's straight into the point fielder. But what an effort there from the point fielder. Just look at him. He drives in front, grabs onto that one. And the wicket falls. So the Faisal has to walk back. A much needed victory there for the Arbuda boys. They needed this breakthrough and they have got one. And Deva comes and he strikes on his very first ball. the wicket on the very first ball, and Asif, the new batter, is in the middle for the anonymous Knights. 56 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. They were striking on the very first ball. Again, that's been cut. And that's been cut well. There's a fielder there at the back. He does the well there to save that one. And they run couple of runs there. So 2 runs so far in this over and a wicket. This has turned out to be a really good over so far. A wicket on a very first ball of his over. There's a lot of dew there. We can see the bowler just wiping the ball every now and then. Oh, a thick edge, an inside edge just going out that off the stump. It could have been a very chance there. Just look at that. He plays late on that one, gets the inside edge, and the ball just rolls down there. Oh, that's drop. Another chance, but this was also yet a good effort there from the bowler. It did again charge down. The bowler had to come in front, but nonetheless, it was a good effort there from the point fielder. Just a single came of that. So a 3 runs so far in this over and a wicket. This is turning out to be a really good over. Still a ball left. Deva to bowl that last ball, and he plays it towards the cover. And after the completion of 12 overs, Anonymous Knight score is 59 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. Vinayak Mahajan back into the attack for his third over. Oh, that's a play and miss. So a dot ball to start off the over. Another play and a miss. There was a huge appeal there, though, by the keeper. Vinayak with the third ball. Or this time he's played that towards the cover. Just a single came off that. With that, Anuj is back on strike. He's playing on 27 of 27. Just a single so far in this over. Vinayak with the fourth ball. He charges down. He gets the inside edge onto that one. And that moves towards that square leg region and just would be a single. 61 runs on the board at a loss of 5 wickets. Cuts at there's a fielder at the point, and that would be a dot ball. Just 2 runs so far in this over, with the ball left in this over. He charges down, that is straight play towards the long on, and would be a single. So after the completion of 13 overs, Anonymous Knight's score is 62 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. A slighted, flighted delivery that's straight into the hands of the fielder, and the trap works. And that's a wicket on the very first ball of his second over. Deva strikes twice. And excellent thinking, excellent execution, and a wicket. A flighted delivery steps out straight in the hands of the cover fielder, and the sixth wicket falling for the Anonymous Knights, and Sunil Yadav, the new batter, walks in into the middle. Deva to Sunil with the first ball. That's another time in the air, but there wasn't a fielder. The fielder says catch it in a very funny way, but will get a single, and Sunil is off the strike. Deva has struck on the first ball in in his first over, and struck. Just a single so far in this over and a wicket, and that will be another dot ball. This is turning out to be a really good over. The pressure is just building up on the anonymous knights. Arbuda boys haven't given any chance there. Deva with his fifth ball. There's a loud appeal there, but would be a not out. And after the completion of 14 overs, anonymous knights score is 63 runs at a loss of 6 wickets. That's been played on the leg side. Would be a couple of runs there. No, just a single. Vinayak margin back into the attack to bowl his fourth over. He's just gave 11 runs so far. Anuj back on strike. He's playing on 28 of 32. Vinayak to bowl the second ball. He sweeps that one. And there's a fielder. A slight fumble gives a 4 to other team. That was being swept really well there by Anuj. A slight fumble there at the boundary line there by the fielder and does get a boundary on the second ball. Vinayak with the third ball steps out. That's been played straight into that cow corner region and that would be another boundary. This was really well judged there by Anuj steps out and hits it into the gap there and that would be another boundary. So back to back boundaries now for anonymous knights. There's been a due since that second innings of that first match. There has been a lot of due and it's been still continue now. And now he again lashes there. Another misfield and that would be another boundary. So three back-to-back boundaries now. Again, a much fuller delivery on this occasion there by Vinayak. A much flighted delivery and that was being swept so well there by Anuj that it reaches the boundary line. So two fumbles at the boundary rope there by the fielder at the fielder. Now this is turning out to be a really big over for the anonymous nine. Three boundaries already been conceded of the first four balls. Still two balls left in this over. Anuj playing on 40 of just 35. The acceleration has been so quick and he sweeps a loud appeal there and he gives away the wicket. That would be a wicket. So the Vinayak would have the last laugh. A fuller delivery again trying to sweep that one full and straight. A loud appeal there by the bowler, and at the end, Vinayak having the last laugh. So, seventh wicket falling for the anonymous Knights, and that was a wicket of a well set batsman of Anuj. So, with that, after the completion of 15 overs, anonymous Knights score is 77 runs at a loss of 7 wickets. Another wicket falls. There was a huge appeal, and the wicket's falling like a knight pins now for the anonymous knights. Again, straight and full batter trying to go for the seam. A loud appeal there, and another wicket falls. Anonymous knights are in huge trouble now. 70 anonymous knights score is 78 runs at a loss of 9 wickets. And Mukesh has wrapped up the innings of anonymous knights with that last wicket. What a delivery! In front plumb, and the umpire raises the finger without any doubt. So Anonymous Knights score 81 runs at a loss of 10 wickets, and Arbuda our boys need 82 runs to win in their allotted 20 overs. And we will be back after the innings break. So after the completion of 1 overs, Arbuda our boys score is 4 runs at a loss of 0 wickets. They need 78 more runs to win in 114 balls. The two new batters in the middle for the Arbuda boys, Nikhil Jain and Mohit Bora. And anonymous knights have to bowl really good bowling. The, the scoreboard, Asif, the new bowler in the attack for the anonymous knights. Mohit on strike to face the first ball. He just tucks it onto the leg side, but there's a fielder. So a dot ball to start the over. Again, a good ball. Bowling full, bowling straight into that stump line. Not giving any width there. And now he creates room for himself, but there's a fielder there at the point who saves that one. So three back-to-back dots now. Again, a good ball and equally well defended there by Mohit. Rahul, four consecutive dots. And that's a loud shout there. But the umpire denies it completely. He went in for that sweep, but couldn't connect it well. Rahul to bowl the last ball. Is it going to be that maiden over? And that will be a maiden over there by Rahul. So after the completion of 2 overs, Arbuda our boy scores 4 runs at a loss of 0 wickets. Sunil back into the attack. His second over. Mohit on strike. This has been a good bowling by the anonymous bowlers so far. Just 5 runs given in 2.2 overs. Just putting the pressure back onto the batters at the very start. And that would be a dead ball as the umpire signal. Sunil to bowl the third ball of the over. This time just opens the face of the bat. There's a fielder at the deep third, and that would be just a single. Just 2 runs of this over so far. 3 balls been bowled. That they're bowling tight lines, tight lengths, not giving any freebie out there for the bowler for the batters. Sunil bowling his second over have just gave 5 runs so far. Slightly outside of the batter was way deep into the crease, but the umpire signals wide, so he has to bowl that one again. He was wide into his crease there, and it was slightly outside. He just missing onto his line and length on this occasion. Or this time flicks it, and that will be just a single. Mohit playing on 3 of 10 balls, and Nikhil playing on 3 of 6. Just 4 runs in this over so far. Against outside of, and that would be again a wide delivery there. Another extras flowing. The anonymous knights have to bowl tight line and lengths as the runs on the board by them have been quite low, not much high, so they cannot afford to bowl the extras. Oh, edge, and that will run. Oh, just came the fielder timely and saves the one. Good fielding at the back there. He came in running from the deep third region. Again, just a single. Still a ball left in this over. 6 runs with the ball left in this over. Nikhil on strike. Just opens the face of the bat. This time in the gap. Will it reach towards the boundary? No, it doesn't. The fielder comes in. And that would be just couple of runs. So after the completion of 3 overs, Arbuda our boys score is 12 runs at a loss of 0 wickets. The first wicket falls, and Rahul has drawn the first blood of the Arbuda boys. He bolted full, a slight turn, and knocks his off stump off. And first wicket falls for the Arbuda boys. And Rahul strikes on the very first ball of his second over. Anil Wadekar, the new batter, walks in for the Arbuda boys. Rahul to bowl the first ball to Anil. Just opens the face of the bat. There's a fielder there, and that would be a dot ball to start off for Anil. Just opening the face of the bat. And this time he slogs. Might has covered the infield. Three players running behind the ball, and they stop. So that would be couple of runs there. Rahul to bowl the fourth ball. This time it's driven. There's an excellent effort there from the cover fielder. Will get only a single. Just tucked onto that leg side. There's a fielder there. Would be another dot ball. It's been a great bowling there from Rahul. He's kept his line and length into that stump line. Hasn't given any width there for the batter. And a dot ball to end the over. So after the completion of 4 overs, Arbuda boys score is 15 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. or gets the inside edge. The fielder comes in and collects onto the ball quickly there. Amit with the third ball. That's a really good ball there. It just nipped and sharply there. Three back-to-back dot balls now. And there comes the big shout. And there's a wicket. And Anil has to depart. It was straight and full there from, and the batter just trying to go for that big one, just misses on that. And there was an easy decision there from the umpire. And he raises his finger quickly. So Amit strikes for the anonymous Knights as Anil walks back. Jaideep into the middle for the Arbuda boys, and just a single, and he's off the mark straight away. That's another good delivery to end the over. So just a run and a wicket came off that over. So after the completion of 5 overs, Arbuda R boys score is 16 runs at a loss of 2 wickets. 4 back-to-back dot balls. The pressure is just building up on the Arbuda boys now. They need 66 runs in 86 balls. He's played straight that back to the bowler. Another dot ball. This is turning out to be a good over for the anonymous Knights. And now he slogs that one straight. That's an excellent catch. What a one-handed catch there from the fielder at the mid-on. He judged that ball really well to get that hand in time and to grab that one. He flicked that one straight, and what an excellent catch. It's never easy to get that running catch behind, but he did that really well and he made that look so easy. So another wicket falls for the Arbuda R boys. Arbuda R boys are in deep trouble now as a third wicket falls. That's a wicket maiden. So after the completion of 6 overs, Arbuda R boys score is 16 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. He played that pretty late but does find the fielder at the short third. Amit back into the attack for his second over and he starts off with the dot ball. Or this time he plays it over the covers. Or that's an excellent field there by the fielder at the boundary line. He shows off his football skills now. So they ran 3 runs there. So a single run saved there by the fielder. Vinayak Margin, the new batter, into the middle for the Arbuda boys. It was a really good delivery and well defended there by Vinayak. Just 3 runs so far in this over with 3 balls left. You need to find out odd boundaries. The required run rate is of 4.67 and the current run rate is just 2.92. So they need to find a ways to score runs now. Though the scoreboard or the runs to win is quite less, but they need to find runs. Otherwise, it would get difficult as the continuous dot balls would build up the pressure onto the batter and that would lead them to give away the wickets. Already 3 wickets fallen, and this time he cuts it through, and that would be A race between the ball and the fielders, but the fielders does get the ball, and that would be couple of runs there. So after the completion of 7 overs, Arbuda Arpoi's score is 21 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. And the wickets are falling like a night pins now for the Arbuda R boys. The fourth wicket has been fallen, and Rahul has picked up his third wicket, slightly fuller, slightly outside of. He went in for that big drive and gave away easy catch there at the covers. So Rahul strikes on the first ball of his third over. He's picked up 3 wickets and just gave away the third run. 3 runs so far. Raj, the new batter, into the middle for the Arbudar boys. Oh, this could have been close, played very late. He played that onto the back foot. Another dot ball. The fourth wicket has been fallen for the Arbudar boys. Rahul with his third ball. And he gets a big edge there. There's a fielder at the short third. There's an excellent effort there. Just fell that short of him. And that will be a dot. Sorry, that would be a dead ball. Rahul with the fourth ball. Another brilliant delivery there from Rahul. If the batter would have missed on that one, it would have been straight plumb out. Rahul with the fifth ball. Brilliant delivery, another. A wicket so far in this over. And now he sweeps it one onto that square leg region, and that would be a boundary to end the over. So it was a much needed boundary there for the Arbuda boys to release that pressure. Slightly onto that shorter one, he went onto that one knees and swept that onto that square leg region for a boundary. So a much needed boundary there for the Arbuda boys to just release that pressure. So after the completion of 8 overs, Arbuda boys score is 25 runs and a loss of 4 wickets. Another good delivery there, just getting edge onto that ball. Otherwise, it was straight plumb there. Another dot ball, just a single so far in that over. With the ball left, to bowl that last ball. Oh, there's a loud shout there. And the umpire seemed not interested in that one. So just a single came off that over. So after the completion of 9 overs, Arbuda, our boys score is 26 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Asif, the new bowler, into the attack for the anonymous Knights. Asif with the first ball. This time cuts between the fielders. There's a chase between the ball and the fielder. And that would be just a couple of runs there. Arbuda, our boys need 54 runs in 65 balls. Required run rate is mounting up to 5 now. The current run rate is just 3.05. They need to score runs now. They need to find every odd boundaries. Again, straight into the hands of the fielder. Another dot delivery. Asif to bowl the third ball. And this time again opens the face of the bat, hits straight to the fielder of cover. Back to back dot ball. Asif to bowl the fourth ball. Where he tucks it onto the leg side as a fielder in circle. And that would be another dot ball. Two runs coming so far in this over with the 2 balls left. Asif to bowl the fifth ball. And that's a full toss. That's it straight over the bowler's head. And that's been again well fielded there at the long off by the fielder. So again, the couple of runs coming. Another good save there by the fielder at the boundary line. The anonymous Knights are showing the football skills as well with their cricketing skills. And that's been cut away. A good fielding there at the back, just a single. So after the completion of 10 overs, Arbuda Arboy score is 31 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. And that would be a drinks break. gets the inside edge, and that just races towards the boundary line. So after a drinks break, Vinayak with his statement shot, another play and a miss. Rahul, the new bowler, into the attack for the anonymous Knights. Rahul with third ball. The edge straight goes to that short third man. Another dot ball. Arbuda, our boys, needs 47 runs in 57 balls. Just 4 runs came of this over so far, and this time tucked it towards the offside, and would be another dot ball. Vinayak on strike, Rahul to bowl the fifth ball, and this time tucked onto his leg side. Just a single game of that, good running between the wickets by Raj and Vinayak. Rahul to bowl the last ball of the over, and this time he cuts it late and plays it towards that third man. That would be just a single to end the over. So after the completion of 11 overs, Arbuda our boys score is 37 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Amit back into the attack for his fourth and the final over, and he started with the dot ball. Amit to bowl the second ball. Oh, he has played it beautifully over covers, and that he will find a boundary. So a much needed boundary there for the Arbuda R boys to release the pressure. This one slightly outside of and much a fuller there. He just played it over, and the fielder just coming ahead to save that one, but just falls short, and the ball just races towards the boundary line, and the score moves to 41. Still, Arbuda R boys need 41 runs in the 52 balls. They need many such boundaries. Another one over the infield, and that will be another boundary. So back to back boundaries now. And now the batter is finding some rhythm again outside of. Just he had to clear that infield, and he did it well to get that another boundary. So now back to back boundaries flowing for the Arbuda R boys, and the score moves to 45. 37 runs needed in 51. Amit with the fourth ball, and this time will only get a single there. He did open the face of the bat this time, but there was a fielder there at the deep backward point. So 9 runs came so far with 2 balls left in this over. Vinayak on strike. I mean to bowl the fifth ball. And that will be a single to end the over. So 10 runs came off that over. So after the completion of 12 overs, the Arbuda R boys score is 47 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Rahul Singh back into the attack for his second over. Vinayak on strike. He's playing on 10 of 20 or just opens the face of the bat. There's a fielder at the third man there and would be just a single to start off the over. So that brings Raj back on strike. He's been striking the ball really well since that last over, getting those back to back boundaries. Two bad balls, over pitch delivery slightly outside of. Both went for the boundaries. We could see there's a lot of dew there as there has been a constant wiping of that ball by the bowlers and the fielders nearby. Rahul with his second ball, this time again opens the face of the bat and will only get a single. And now they have found the rhythm there. We're getting those singles and doubles. Two runs in the first two balls, still 33 more runs required in 43 balls. Rahul Singh with the third ball. And this time plays it towards the cover and will only get a single. So with that single, 50 runs are on the board for the Arbuda R boys. Still 32 runs required of 45. They need to keep rotating the strike to keep up with that required run rate. And this time on the leg side, tucked in and will only be a single. So that will be a 30-run partnership between Raj and Vinayak. Four runs in the first four, still two more deliveries left. Rahul to bowl the fifth ball. Again, good drive there. An excellent field, but he stops that one brilliantly there. And a dot ball. Rahul to bowl the last ball of the over. And this time he has flicked that. That would be just a single to win the over. So after the completion of 13 overs, Arbuda R boys score is 52 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. Oh, straight and full. An unfortunate dismissal there for Raj, just hitting his legs and then rolling onto the stumps. Another wicket falling for the Arbuda boys, and Raj has to depart. So 3 runs came off that over, and a wicket, still a ball left in this over. Druman, the new batter, walks in for the Arbuda boys. Still 27 runs needed in 37 balls. Still, it's anyone's game from here now, with 5 wickets in the hands of Arbuda boys, and Anonymous Knights needs to defend 27 runs. Asif with the last ball. Excellent effort there. Just short, just fell short of the fielder. So after the completion of 14 overs, Arbuda boys score is 55 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. Rahul Singh back into the attack for his third over. Still 27 runs needed in 36 balls. Vinayak still in the middle. He's playing on 15 of 26. Oh, he's played an excellent drive there. A fielder at the back, just a single to start off the over. And that brings Druman back on strike, who's yet to open the account. Rahul with his second ball. It's a loud appeal there. The umpire seems not interested into that one. Till 26 runs needed. There's a lot of dew there on the ground. He's continuously wiping up the ball. Rahul Singh with the third ball. An excellent ball and well defended there from Drummond. Rahul to bowl the fourth ball. And this time he finds the edge toward that short third. An excellent fielding there. Asif back into the attack for his third over, and it was played long, high into the air, and they'll get 3 runs off the first ball. Oh, that's been slog high, and that's a boundary. It was been struck hard there, just getting into that line of the ball, and he struck it well onto that leg side for a boundary. There was a really good shot there from Drumin. So 17 runs needed in 28 balls. Asif with the third ball, and that would be a dot ball again. And that's a huge shout there from the bowler, but the umpire not buying for that. Still 17 runs needed in 26 ball. Or this time on the back foot, he has played that high, and that will be another boundary. He smoked that one really well off to the back foot and smoked that one hard. It was high, and that would be a one bounce boundary. 11 coming off the first five. The dew has been really a factor here because there have been a constant wiping of the ball. And now what did the offside? That will be a race between the fielder and the ball. Though the fielders will make it, but they'll get couple of runs, and that will be the end of the 16th over. So Arbuda boys score is 71 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. So Arbuda our boys need 11 runs in 24 balls. That have been a huge over for them. Two boundaries, couple of runs came in that over. Drumin just came in and he's just smacking the ball well now. Sarfaraz, the new bowler, into the attack for the anonymous Knights. They have introduced a new bowler now in the 17th over. Sarfaraz to bowl the first ball. Oh, he tucks that one, and that will be a single of the first ball. So that brings Drumin back on strike. He's been striking the ball well, and might as well he finish the match in the over itself. with a couple of big hits. Sarfaraz with the second ball, and that's high. That just falls into that no man's land, and that will be couple of runs there. It went high in the air, though it didn't had the distance to travel. So 2 runs came off that. That means just 8 runs needed now for the Arbuda R boys to seal the victory in the 22 balls. That's a really good ball. That would be a dot ball. Still 8 runs required of 21 balls. Steps out, plays it towards that long on, and will be only a single. That brings the equation down to 7. Vinayak back on strike. He's, he scored 21 of 30. He plays it straight towards that long off. Just a single. And now 6 runs needed. Will Druman will be able to finish off the match with a maximum. A ball left in this over. Still a lot of it due there. Druman. He's played that over the infield. I think they'll get couple of runs on that one. Yes, they do get. There comes the overthrow run now. So 3 runs came of that last ball. So after the completion of 17 overs, Arbuda R boys score is 79 runs and a loss of 5 wickets. Just 3 runs needed in the 18 balls now. And Rahul Singh is back into the attack for his fourth and the final over. 3 runs needed. Druman on strike. Will he able to finish off? Yes, he does. And he does finish off it in style. A boundary to finish off the match. What a match it has been. Just giving him some room and just clears it. And the Arbuda R boys seals the victory at the end. So it was a tough, it was a really good game between both the two teams, fighting till the end. But in the end, it was the Arbuda R boys who scored those runs and sealed the victory for the team. And that's it from today's today's matches. And we will be back after many such matches. Till then, good night and thank you. Good night.